everyone, my name is Audrey. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're doing a Yogalates class, which is a fusion of yoga and Pilates. It's going to be a little bit more yoga, less Pilates, so some dynamic deep stretches. It's good to have a block nearby if you need, otherwise we're not going to need any equipment. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start towards the top of your mat. We're going to start with what we call sun salutations. I'm sure that you are familiar with them. The first time through, I will give you a modification. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Arms go all the way up. We stand up nice and tall. We call this mountain pose, or in the yoga language of Sanskrit, we call this Tadasana. So we're standing really, really tall. We're going to exhale, reach all the way for the ground, our forward folds. So if you do have blocks nearby, you can always take your hand and place that onto a block. It just helps to bring the ground up a little closer towards you. We're going to inhale to a halfway lift. Your hands can come to your shins or your thighs. Creating that neutral spine. This is a counter pose, so you don't put too much pressure on the spine. Let's exhale, we fold. Our hands come to our mat. We step back to our plank pose. Now, plank pose definitely does put a lot of pressure onto the wrist, so to modify, drop the knees down. From here, we go through to what we call chaturanga. So the eye of the elbow presses forward. The elbows hug to the rib cage as you lower either halfway to add a little bit of strength, or you can come all the way down towards the ground here. We'll start with Sphinx pose. So taking the shoulders under the wrists. There's a really good gentle back bend, pressing the shoulder blades together. If you find that your back is a little bit more open, you can do our cobra pose, which we call Bhujangasana. Funny name for that one. Hands come by your chest and we lift ourselves up. And then again, if you do want a little bit more, taking the top of your thighs down to our upward facing dog. We're going to exhale, we're going to press back, toes tuck under to our downward facing dog. Now, if this is a little bit too much for you today, maybe you keep the knees down, or maybe you stay in a child's pose, which we will do throughout our class today. Otherwise, we come to our down dog. Feel free, feet are about hip width distance. Feel free here to maybe bend one knee at a time. This is a really good full body move here. Stretches from your fingertips to your toes. All right, we're going to take a little bend from our knees. We're going to look towards our fingertips. That's where we're going. And then a couple options. You can take one big hop, or maybe take several steps, or maybe take one big step. And we come right back to our forward fold. Feet are underneath your hips, hip width distance. You don't quite know what hip width distance is for you. A good rule of thumb is to take your fists together, place it between your feet, and that's usually about the distance of your hips. All right, let's inhale, lift ourselves all the way up, deep breath in, arms go up. And we exhale, arms drop all the way down. Perfect. So we're going to do that 2 more times. We're going to go a little bit faster. So our sun salutations are really good to start to warm up the body, create that movement, that mobility, and strength that we are looking for today. So let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, we dive our way down. If you need to slow it down, feel free. Or if you want to skip these all together, no worries. We come back to our plank pose. Either drop the knees down or keep the knees lifted, chaturanga. Coming to that cobra pose. And then either finding that child's pose or we press back down dog. We look towards our fingers, step or hop, top of your mat, forward fold. You can probably see that I'm wearing shoes. Yoga, usually you don't have to wear shoes, but it's a total personal preference to you. All right, let's inhale, come all the way up, deep breath in. Exhale, palms either heart center or by the sides of your body. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back, plank pose. Your version here. Pressing back, downward facing. Then this time we'll all come to a child's pose. So dropping the knees down, sinking back towards the heels. 2 variations here. Knees can be together, or knees can be nice and wide, big toes touching. Both are okay to do, just depends on the tightness of your hips. And then we'll crawl the fingertips top of your mat. If that's causing any sort of impingement or pain on your shoulders, you can always take them by the sides of your body. So we'll take about 5 deep breaths here. All right, stay there as long as you want. Child's pose is a really good restorative pose. We're gonna come back to our tabletop, nice and strong. A little bit of balance here. We're gonna step the right toes back. First, we're gonna do a little bit of a stretch for the calf. So I'm just gonna shift a little front to back. So also, this is a good warm up for the wrist as well. In yoga, we do so much on our wrists. We wanna make sure that they are nice and strong. Okay, so we're gonna come back through center, cores engaged, lift the right leg up. Maybe this is enough for you, maybe you stay right here. A little bit of balance, take the opposite arm, the left arm in front. Either stay here or we're gonna do what we call bird dog, taking the left elbow, crunching it in towards that right knee, and then we extend. Let's do 5 more. So coming together, extend. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Drop the left hand down. We're going to pivot on this left knee, coming to a side plank variation. Okay, so we're nice and strong here. Left shoulder over that left wrist. We're going to take that right arm. We're going to bring it all the way up, or bring it over your head if there is no pain in the shoulder. We're going to lift that right leg off. We're gonna crunch elbow and knee together, and then we extend. If this is too much for you today, you can even keep that right foot down. Maybe just practice holding the side plank variation, or start to work through the core a little bit here. So you crunch together, extend. Together, extend. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Coming back to a tabletop. If you need to sink back towards your heels, take a couple of breaths in the child's pose. Feel free. Otherwise, let's go ahead and go right to the other side. Left toes, go back. We start by just warming up the calf here a little bit. And then with strength, one side of your body will be stronger than the other. One side will be more balanced, and one side will be more flexible. Just how it goes. All right, come back to neutral here. Lift the left leg. Once you find your balance, lift that right arm. Either stay here or elbow and knee come together through center, extend. Together, extend. Together, extend. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Drop that right hand. We're going to pivot side plank on the right side. I'm just going to turn this way here. So we're on that right side this time, or whichever side you haven't done. Left arm either reaches up or over. Left toes come up. Stay nice and strong here. I know this is a lot of pressure on the wrist, so if this is too much for you, feel free to skip this all together. All right, if you're ready, elbow and knee crunch together, extend. Together, extend. Together, extend. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good job. All right, let's come back to that tabletop. Toes tuck under, hips lift up, heels nice and heavy towards the ground, downward facing. We're going to take the right foot, we're going to step it through between our hands. And then we're still on the ball of that back foot, that left foot. We inhale, we come to a high lunge pose here. So definitely some balance. If you're near a wall, feel free to hold on. We're going to take those arms, we're going to lift them all the way up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lean forward. We'll circle out those arms as we lift back up. We lean forward, arms circle out and lift. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, drop the left hand all the way down. Take that right arm up towards the ceiling. If it's a little bit too much, drop that back knee down. All right, from here, a little bit of movement, sweeping this right arm all the way back behind. And then we lift it all the way up, straightening through that right knee. I'm gonna do that again. Sweep in through the right knee, right arm sweeps back behind towards that left heel. We inhale, straighten the right knee, right fingertips down. 2 more. Reaching back. And forward. 1 more, we reach back. And forward. Drop the right hand down. Take the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. All right, we'll take it right to the other side. Left foot comes between our hands. We find our balance here, and we inhale to stand. Let's take those arms, frame the ears. If it's a little bit too much balance, maybe just stay here. Or we roll forward, arms sweep up and around. And again, we come forward, arms sweep up and around. Forward and around. Let's just do 2 more. There you go, forward and back. 1 more, forward and back. Good, nice and slow. Right hand drops down inside of the left foot. Left arm sweeps up. Option to drop that back knee down. And then we're gonna find that movement, sweeping the left fingertips towards the back. Inhale up and around, straightening through that left knee. But that's a little bit too much, keep that left knee bent. Again, sweep back and forward. Sweep back and forward. 2 more. Sweep back and forward. 1 more, sweep back towards that right heel. We come forward. Left hand drops down. Left toes go back to meet the right. Drop both knees. Take about 5 breaths in child's pose. Sink back towards your heels. Drop the forehead down. Alright, slowly come all the way up and through. Quick transition to a down dog. And then we step the feet up. Top of the mat, forward folds. We'll inhale to that half lift. Exhale, we fold. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Deep breath in. Exhale, palms that drop down to our heart center. Let's take our feet, knees together. Coming right to a chair pose. We're going to do 10 squats here. So keeping your legs as close together as you can. We sit back like we're sitting back into a chair, making sure we can see our big toes so the knees aren't splayed forward because that's going to put a lot of pressure on the knee joints. We want to make sure that they're back. We're going to take those arms either reaching directly in front or reaching up over your head. All we're going to do is inhale, we stand, exhale, lower. Inhale, stand, and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. You don't have to bend very low. It can just be a slight bend of the knees, just to kind of activate the quads, the front part of our legs. Let's just go for 5, 4, 3, 2, And last one. Let's hold the chair pose, take the palms together, heart center. Nice and strong here. Belly button presses back, tailbone nut tucks under. And breathe. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower. And then inhale, we stand all the way up. Right foot steps all the way back, warrior two. The left heel is in line with either the inside arch of the right foot or that back heel. Left arm over the left leg. First, we just find strength here, really pressing into the ground, making sure the front knee is either a little bit behind or in line with that front ankle. We just don't want it over because that's going to put a lot of pain on the knee. Let's inhale, we lift the arms, straighten that left knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold your warrior two. Maybe drop the left elbow, top of that left thigh. Sweep that right arm either up or over. And then inhale, come all the way back, warrior two. And then right foot steps up to meet the left. We're just going to do the same thing other side. So left foot steps back. I'm going to be facing you this way here. Right arm over that right leg. Stay nice and strong here. And then we'll find that movement. We straighten the right knee, arm shift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. And lower. Let's do 3 more. Go for 3, 2, and last one. Come back to your warrior two. Pause for a breath. Maybe drop the right elbow down. Maybe left arm goes up or over. Inhale, we come all the way back nice and slow. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Let's go through one more sun salutation. Inhale, we take those arms up. Exhale, let's fold our way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back, plank pose, or modify with the knees down. In the lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra, or sphinx pose with your elbows down. Exhale, press up and back, downward dog. Take the left foot, step it between your hands, drop that right knee down. Inhale, arms go up, find your balance. Exhale, let's drop the hands to the top of that leg. Let's press into the knee, rounding the spine, chin drops down. You should feel a good pull kind of that lower back, top part of that right thigh. Stretching a muscle called the psoas, which helps with lower back pain. Then let's come all the way back through, sinking that right hip forward, only if that feels okay. You can always drop the hands down if you need. Let's exhale, press back. We call this half split posture. Right hip is in line with that right knee, so if you need to walk that left foot forward, feel free. Lengthening the spine first, making sure you don't fold forward from the neck. Exhale, dropping the forehead down towards that left leg. Let's take about 5 breaths here. Each exhale, letting the muscle tension release. We want to make sure we hold stretches longer than 10 seconds because otherwise they bounce right back. So creating that muscle memory. Inhale, come all the way back. We're going to do the same sequence other side. If you want to step back to a down dog, you can. Or we just switch sides. Right foot steps between the hands. Another way to get there is grabbing hold of the ankle to bring it forward. Just sometimes the step back forward causes a little bit of tension and it's a little difficult to do some of the time. So once you feel balanced here, come all the way up. Sweep those arms up. Hands drop down on top of that right thigh. Press into the knee, rounding the spine a little bit. Tuck under the chin, tuck under that left tailbone. Back option to maybe sink that left hip forward a little bit so you get a deeper pull here. Then we'll frame the right foot, shift the hips back, left leg straightens. Again, maybe heel toe that right foot forward. Lengthen the spine first. Exhale, let's fold over the right leg. Hips are squared, so right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, come all the way up, nice and slow. Take that right knee, step it back to meet the left. Sink back to your heels, drop your head down. Let's take about 5 deep breaths here, which is about 30 seconds or so. Coming to our child's pose. If you want a little bit of a shoulder stretch, maybe take your palms together up and over your head, walking your elbows forward. And then wherever you are, let's walk the hands over towards the left side of your mat, taking the right palm, placing it on top of the left hand. And you should feel a pull from the right side of your body. And then we'll do the same thing other side. So crawl the fingertips towards the right. Left palm places on top of the right hand. Fingertips back through center, taking a couple more deep breaths here. All right, let's inhale, come all the way back up. Sweeping the legs to one side, finding a seat onto the mat. You can cross the ankles or you can extend the legs. Take a deep breath and drop the shoulders from the ears. Let's inhale those arms up. Exhale, take the right hand towards the left knee. That left arm sweeps back behind. We lengthen the spine first and then we twist. Back up through center, taking it to the other side, left hand. Take hold of that right knee, we sit a tall twist, looking over the right shoulder. And then we'll come all the way back through center. Take one more deep breath in, let the shoulders drop from the ears. And exhale. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. You did awesome. Have a great day. Bye.